Hello. I am RV Alistair, author of Blue Lights, Black Lights, A Little Broken, and this is the Inner Monologue. Welcome. Thus far, I have been doing a challenge. So for 75 days, I am going to be recording a YouTube video every day. I have been here for the last 17 days. And for each video, I am answering one question, whether that question is about me, my writing process, or my stories. Today's question is about me and a character of my Blue Light series, Major. So yesterday the question was how much of Dante, the narrator and other main character of the Blue Light series, how much of Dante is me? Today's question, how much of Major is me? None. Short video. Cool. Moving on. And should be that simple, but it's not. Major does not have as much me in him, like when it comes to his background. But when it comes to his heart, there's a little bit of me in there. Major as a character, you get to see this a lot more in a short story that takes place from his point of view, that takes place a year before the events of Blue Lights. But you see that Major as a person, as a character, does not want to bring discomfort to other people because of his own tragedies. He hates pity, first of all, but it's not even just a matter of pity. It's a matter of if someone is having a good day and Major is having a bad day, Major is not going to talk about his bad day because he doesn't want to ruin your good day. So, a lot of the things that he goes through, he kind of like hides behind and he doesn't really talk about it, but it's apparent, like the people who care, they notice, they see it, and he's open to talking about it if somebody else brings it up, but he's not going to like bring up a lot of the things himself, at least at first. As the series goes on, like communication is one of the things that the boys are working on because there's like growth happening with these characters, because that's what like character development is about. And what's the point of having a series if the characters don't develop throughout it, right? So yeah, that aspect of Major, the aspect where he doesn't want to like bring other people down because of what he's going through, that is definitely something that I resonate with as the writer, as a human being. And another thing, another thing that I resonate with Major is I will not fight for myself in a matter of like getting physical unless I need to. But caveat here, I will throw down in a heartbeat for someone that I love, especially someone that is not as capable as I am of defending them. In a heartbeat, you can catch these hands. You touch my niece, I'm touching your face with these fists. Like, come on. Major is like that in a lot of ways, where a lot of times when it comes to the abuse that he took from his stepfather in the first book, he just took it. He would fight back a little, but he knew it only made it worse. So he just took it, accepted it, dealt with the results, and kept it pushing. Then, the second that something happens to Dante, Major's all in. He's all in. Nope, I ain't having it. There is nothing I'm doing here other than like stopping you from touching him. So, that selfless kind of love is something that I share with Major as well. And this, not anymore, but like, again, this is something that the character is growing through, but like, the not senseless, but the snaps of rage that he has in the first book that then grow to a more like clear-headed understanding of what he's doing and why he's doing it when it comes to acts of violence. Because I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to my books, somebody's throwing hands. I don't know why. um I know why, because I am a thorough believer that violence is sometimes the answer, and sometimes somebody need to get smacked, punched, knocked off their pedestal, both verbally and physically. Um, and Major, as he grows throughout the stories, does less reacting off of impulse and emotion and does more like thinking before he acts. It's like in the second book, there's a moment where things get physical in a violent way. And when Major gets the upper hand, he uses that upper hand to stop the situation instead of escalating the situation more. So throughout the entire process, not entire process, at the beginning, snapped. Throughout the process, more level headed, and then uses his advantage to stop the situation instead of escalating the situation or, beating the crap out of the other guy. Uh, I want to say third book, but it's not going to be a third book. It's more so going to be like fourth book, because I've realized that my third book is probably going to be 3 books, just from the matter of like how I write and how much focus I want to give to each. Like when I say season of life, I don't mean literal season, even though the books are going to be taking place in different seasons, but like each season of growth for the characters. So there's a third book that was supposed to cover like their senior year, but I'm thinking that it's actually going to be 3 books that cover like fall, winter, spring, which each book focusing on like a different aspect of growth for them as they are growing into adults. But anywho, in the winter book of the senior year saga, there will be another confrontation that honestly everybody has been waiting for. That Major doesn't even get involved with physically. He becomes more so like a spectator of it, more so a referee, because again, level headed enough to understand that he does not need to be involved in this confrontation, even if people he cares about is involved in it. Trusts them enough to just handle the situation and move on. Family values is another. Major is kind hearted and caring, maybe even more kind hearted and caring than I am when it comes to the people in his life. And although he might not actually be open to giving new chances to people who don't deserve it, they're never like fully gone for him, never fully ghost. It's just they remain, they linger. He still cares about them, even if he feels they never cared about him. And he tries to cut this off. He does. He tries not to care, but it's not something that he can actually stop because that's just how he is. That's how he feels. So, yeah. Again, it's like you can't really write a book without. I mean, you can. You can. But once you spend like so much time with characters, there are going to be pieces of yourself that bleed into those characters. And it's not a bad thing. Now, if you make every single character that you ever write an exact replica of you and everyone has your exact ideology, that might be a little problematic. But having pieces of you, that's okay. But keep that to your inner monologue. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.